Everybody should be good here. All right, so it looks like everything is going live here. Give me just a moment. Get the Amazon wish list up on the Facebook. All right, looks like profile went live. Facebook is live. Facebook page is live. YouTube going to start. Come on, there we go. All right, everything's good. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Just getting my morning cardio session done. We did 56 minutes, just over 5 miles this morning on the run, barefoot run. Want to get a little bit of bike cardio in stream for everybody while I'm still fasted, and then we'll go hard in the brown rice and sweet potatoes later. Right? Of course, I've been throwing protein shakes into stuff too. I've made protes, but I cut the fat considerably. So as of even yesterday, I had one small avocado and one of my omega-3 eggs, and that's pretty much it. Hey, what's up, Rufio? Clearly, we're in people's streams already if Rufio's in immediately, so that's good. We're definitely hitting streams, so all of that's good. I'm actually curious if the one yesterday on the profile got many views. Yeah, looks like it did. Looks like it may have. Definitely got more views. So yeah, I need to run these longer there too. Like I did yesterday, go ahead and just run it out on the profile for a bit, right? Because that clearly got a lot more views. So I got like 400 views. So I'm going to do more of that. But yeah. Why is it not showing up here? Give me a minute, guys. Getting everything flowing with all of this. And then hopefully we get some questions going here. Hit that like. Tell them, Rufio. Good old Blaha. That's me, Christian. Feed Me Mortises went and bought some sweet potatoes after seeing your short. Hey, man, awesome. That's good stuff, Feed Me. Get on top of that, man. Go get you some sweet potatoes. I just put that short up about sweet potatoes. So, yeah, no, I think they're great. I eat a sweet potato every day. So, for me, I put one in my rice right now every day in my brown rice. And, yeah, they're a staple for me. The green pill, I'm so sleepy recently. I recently hurt my back. Yeah, you probably just need to recover then, man. No one cares what Genetic Beast says. That guy's a clown. He needs mental help. He needs help. So who cares? Like the fact that you even know what he says speaks volumes about you. The fact that you watch him tells me that you probably need to go seek psychiatric help. Let's just be fair, dude, right? Morning, Coach. What's up, Atomic Flounder? How you doing, brother? I'll probably shut Genetic Beast down again coming up. I'll go ahead and get his channel terminated again. If he keeps going, it's not that hard. He like breaks every rule possible. The green pill, good alternatives to prescription opiates. What? That's a question for your doctor, green pill. I don't know anything about that. Did you hear VG jumped on test in the H this past week? You mean years ago? He was not natty years ago. What are you talking about? He didn't just cash in his natty card. Stop. Just stop. Dudes are hilarious. But honestly, I could care less, to be honest. There's stuff that I just really, quite frankly, don't care about. And that would be on the list. Sorry, just calling it like it is. But I seriously hope no one's entertaining the possibility that he was natty before. Just stop. There were plenty of signs in the past. Maybe he cycled off and back on. All right. But let's talk about stuff besides other. You guys do we really care about other YouTubers? Like, why why are we even talking about other YouTubers on my stream? This is my Facebook and YouTube stream. I don't even care about these other YouTubers. Just move on, guys. I should probably just ignore questions about them in general and be like, I'm the only fitness YouTuber. What are you guys even talking about? Plus, we're on Facebook also. I got 3 streams running concurrently, not just YouTube. Hey, the green pill. I'm sorry, dude. That is not topic for my channel, man. I can't help you, dude. You need to go talk to your medical doctor about whatever prescriptions you're taking for pain. This is not something I have experience or knowledge in. I haven't taken a pain medication. The last time I took one was 22 years ago, a prescription one for something after a surgery. That's like the extent of my knowledge of the topic. This is, you need to go to a medical channel. This is a fitness and strength channel. Sorry, dude. What's your opinion on high protein relating to longevity? I understand there's a lot of nuance there. High protein, or are you talking ultra high protein, what a lot of bodybuilders try to do? High protein in general should be good. Anything that's going to optimize muscle. I mean, realistically, muscle mass matters for longevity for the most part. Sarcopenia, we're not talking extreme longevity, we're talking about making it to 80. Sarcopenia is a killer. Once you get past 60, loss of muscle is a killer. So again, now you're talking about the people who live past 100. You're talking the extreme, the centenarians. That's a whole different topic. I don't think you need 1 gram per pound per more to even gain muscle. Like, let's be clear on that. The scientific research on bodybuilders and Olympic level athletes says you don't need 1 gram per pound to gain 100% of the possible muscle. So just be aware of that. Like, that's not an evidence-based approach. That is a supplement industry-based approach. So it's like 0.8 grams per pound of body weight will produce 100% of the possible muscle growth. Now, it's hard to eat that little. Like, all right, for me, for example, I usually say based on that, I shoot for 150 grams, but it's very hard for me to eat less than 200 grams by accident. You know, if you just eat protein foods in a whole foods diet, it's so easy to accidentally eat 200 grams because if you eat 100 just from your meat and stuff, you're going to accidentally hit 200 just from all your rice and potatoes and beans and other stuff you're eating. Right? You're going to end up getting another 100 easily sometimes. If you're on a really high calorie diet, whole foods. Feed Me Mortals now says, I eat a lot of potassium, 8,000 milligrams and about 1,000 milligrams of sodium a day. Is this perfectly fine for health? Because Google says otherwise, apparently. Feed Me. Google says it, or did doctors say it? Are you using the Google AI? Quit using that shit. Stop. It is full of, I've gone and seen the Google AI. Their AI summary spits out stuff I know for a fact has been debunked in meta-analysis. It is not appropriate. So, yeah, I told you in the other stream, though, 8 grams of potassium. If you have kidney disease, you need to talk to your doctor before you go that high. Christian says, I think it's seen some Italian doctor telling that animal protein may be bad for longevity because of increase of IGF-1. That's a point of nuance, but also IGF-1 is going to be responsible for body composition. You need to eat complete amino acid foods. Well, how many incomplete amino acid foods can you really find? Gelatin? No, I'm fine. Kidneys are healthy. So Feed Me. So why are you worried about it? If you don't have kidney disease, why are you worried about your potassium intake? I covered this already. I mean, if you have kidney disease or you're type 2 diabetic, you need to talk to your doctor about it. Absolutely. Respect Jason, appreciate it, Carol. I'm also on Facebook, of course. Francis is in Facebook. Francis, I've been fasting for years. I'm fasted right now. So usually for me, I do all my training fasted. Like right now, dude, I ran for 56 minutes. I ran over 5 miles this morning. I'm on my bike now. I'm going to have breakfast in about 30 hours. So I love intermittent fasting. I don't do the one meal. I usually do about a 3 to 4 hour feed window right now. Up to 6, depending on what I'm doing. So I like intermittent fasting. I'm not big on OMAD. I think it's a little silly. But I train fasted. I do all of my training fasted, my lifting fasted. Like you guys have seen me deadlift 600 pounds and then work out another 2 hours afterwards, completely fasted. That's normal for me. Same thing, 500-pound squats, do a 2-hour workout afterwards. Don't eat breakfast for a couple hours after. That's pretty normal. Same thing for me. Like Friday, I did a full body workout with deadlifts. I ran half an hour, then did an hour on my bike, and then had breakfast about an hour later. So that's a typical day for me. So I prefer training fasted. I feel better. I don't ever vomit. That's a big deal to me. All right, top back over to YouTube. Carbs are deficient in amino acids. Man of mystery. Okay. Well, no shit, Sherlock. There's no amino acids in carbohydrates. There's no amino acids in fat either. Amino acids are in protein. Kzen loose calorie count. I hit 3,000 plus easily in that window of all whole food. Like you see my meals, right? Kzen, I put screenshots of all my food. It comes up on social media, Facebook, Instagram every day. All right, I live fasted. Okay, cool, Kristen. Are you including carb-based foods? Why wouldn't you? It counts towards your protein. Like, are you not familiar with BVAA scores? Man of mystery. So usually those numbers, when you look at the data on muscle protein synthesis, muscle growth, when we say stuff like around 0.8 grams per pound of body weight, that assumes mixed protein. You're eating both animal and plant source, right? If it's all animal, you can go quite a bit under that. But it still absolutely counts. So let's assume in many cases, let's say a lot of your plant sources, they're about 70% of the BVAA of your animal, but they're all mixed together. It still all counts. Like it still counts towards your muscle growth. So why wouldn't you count it? That's silly not to. What is a loose calorie count? I mean, I know how much is there roughly. It's plus or minus 10%. Right? Makes sense? Like I'm not down here trying to count every last calorie, but I mean, I know that each cup of my rice is about 600 calories. I know that each cup of my oats is about 300 calories. I know a pound of chicken breast is about 450 to 500 calories. Makes sense? I know each of my eggs is about 70 calories. So I'm not over here, meticulously tracking. That's what I mean by ballpark. Right. So if I eat a pound of chicken breast, I count it as 500 calories. Every cup of rice, I just count it as 600. I don't weigh it down to the gram. So I assume if I have 3 cups of rice, that's about 1,800 calories worth of rice for the day. I figure a sweet potato is about 200 calories. So that's what I mean by it's a loose count. Back over to Facebook. How old are you? I am 48. I turned 49 in December. So big 5-0 is not super far away. Man, it got really slow on the YouTube. It was a little stronger. What happened? The guys aren't hitting likes. So 10% is about 300 calories you go off every day. Yeah. But again, not a big deal. Plans for your 50th. I have no plans for my 50th at all. Zero. I probably won't even celebrate. You don't think that's stalling and weight loss? I'm not necessarily that concerned with weight loss at the moment. Not a big deal to me. But, here's the thing. If you simply say, okay, this isn't enough, you just take half a cup of rice out. Done. If it becomes a big deal. Especially when rice, for me, rice is my largest calorie source. I haven't banned anybody. I'm putting people in timeout. I have not banned anybody. I'm just putting you on timeout. All right? You're not banned. I am going to get under 200. I'm just not in a super big hurry. It's going to slowly happen. I'm surprised I didn't whoosh today when I weighed in. I was really shocked. Everything has arsenic in it, man of mystery. You know what? If you're afraid of arsenic, you need to avoid meat. Also, you need to avoid steak. You need to avoid broccoli. You need to pretty much just not eat. Pretty much everything you eat has arsenic in it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the bike sounds like Knight Rider's kit. A little bit, yeah. Kazin, less speedy when I wanted to take my conditioning up. I wanted to really focus on getting my running again, right? So I bumped my fat way up for a couple of weeks while I started running, my healthy fats, just to control inflammation. And then now I took it back down a couple of days ago. So the scale will start coming back down. But I mean, again, by that same token, I didn't want a big deficit being there when I wanted to adapt to the running for just a short bit, because I've added a lot of running in. I was worried about inflammation. Oh shit, I didn't mean to ban him. Let me unban him. I meant to put him in timeout. Try not to ban. All right. Says in canned rice there. What are you talking about? What's your take on the degree of difference between training for size versus strength? It's about 10% difference. Yeah, so I just literally added more healthy fats in just to help offset any inflammation, again, of a lot of polyunsaturated fats and things for a couple of weeks while I was adapting to the running. Right? So yeah, no, it took my calories up. And surprisingly, the scale didn't go down. Tell them, Tyrone says, hit that like for the coach. 23 people in the chat, only 8 likes. I'm on the breatharian diet. Well, that's ridiculous. That's literally insane. Like, why would you do that? You're in crazy town. You live in a crazy town right there. Why would you do something that silly? Jason, I scrap all isolation and never look back. It was a waste of time. I mean, look how many thousands of set of curls I did, and my arms are probably smaller than they were 8 years ago, doing nothing but pull-ups, right? Living on pull-ups and pressing, my arms were probably bigger than after all of these couple of years of going hard on curls. All it did was cause shoulder inflammation. It's why I've gone back to the older way of training. I literally looked bigger. Is a low carb approach better during GH since free fatty acids are elevated, lowering insulin sensitivity? No. Nope. Keeping in mind the insulin change in insulin sensitivity is only during the GH window. But so you've got to look at it of when are you using the GH? Like if you're doing it before bed, completely irrelevant. If you're doing it in the morning, I would recommend you probably just stay fasted. Like GH fasting in the morning works, but if you're doing it in the evening, it's a non-issue because it's going to be normal by the time you wake up again. Right? The lowering of insulin sensitivity is only during the active uptime in the hours following the growth hormone injection. It's an FYI. Luke says, hey, Jason, looking good, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, Kazin, pretty much what happened. Today, tomorrow, glad city's glad I'm here. What are your best bicep strength numbers before and after you started focusing? I don't even remember at this point. I mean, it's all Kazin, I know it, but I don't want to break it all down. It's really irrelevant. I put like 25 pounds on my curls with a strict barbell. Dumbbells, like incline dumbbells, probably went up about 12 and a half pounds per side for the same reps over that time. But ultimately, my arms were bigger when I wasn't doing any isolation for my arms at all, with pictures and screenshots to prove it, which we've kind of looked at side by side. A lot of people kind of agreed, like, yeah, dude, your arms are bigger. When I did nothing but pull-ups for my biceps. And notice I said pull-ups. I didn't even say chin-ups. So, but again, Kazin, you can look at all the vlogs. I just don't feel like bringing it down again. You know, I just don't care to go through all of it again. Again, I've already decided I've pulled the curls out. It's not worth it for inflammation, so it's largely irrelevant to the conversation. But my arms were not bigger. Trap and front delts looking thick. Appreciate it, man. CrossFit Cal City guys not isolated at all. That's true. They don't. And they have great physiques. And they look like real athletes. And I don't have a problem with plenty of my guys do curls. I have clients who do curls in their vlogs. You know, not a big deal. I just found for me that it didn't actually help. All it did was create inflammation to where I can't lock my elbows anymore. I can't reach overhead. Well, they Kazin. What makes you think I didn't measure them either? I mean, you're free to look at the same pictures. They're in the community tab. I mean, you're free to look at it yourself also. Hey, Dingleberry, that's not really the appropriate for this. This is a fitness channel. Why are you asking me stuff like that on my fitness page? I'm going to have to put you in timeout if you keep doing so. Right? Do you see the name of the channel? What's the name of the channel? It says Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness. I've got multiple pictures, Kazan, and I've got video footage too. You know. Get really quiet on Facebook. Luke says, I never looked back. Movements to move my body through space. Compounds, GPP. I did some calf isolation when I would like to. There you go. Have any guys who like to watch rather than take? What are you talking about, people? I don't understand the question. All right, that's probably enough for the the profile. Let's turn this into a reel. Yes, controversial. I've tried every form of different rehabs and stuff. I've literally had people who had degrees in physical therapy and I saw all their stuff message me, giving me advice and exercises for shoulder stuff. I did some of it for 2 months. No improvements at all. I did nothing. I basically need to stop doing supine stuff and stop doing curls. Hey, KZN, I do actually know the measurements too. So again, you're basically strong manning what I'm saying. No, I'm saying that's definitely a factor. Multiple pictures, multiple videos, and my arms are not measuring as big. I'm going to say that's a sign that they didn't grow, right? Smaller measurement looks smaller in videos and pictures. So, but again, I don't feel like discussing it further. You need to understand when someone tells you no, by the way, that they mean it. So did I just tell you no? Why are you still arguing? Like, are you a rapist or something? Like, if a woman tells you no, do you just keep going? Because that's what you sound like to me, dude. Do you not understand what the term no means no? So I don't feel like discussing it further. So, last warning. All right. Y'all some mouthy little people in here. All right. All right, let's get over to other topics. But yeah, generally speaking, I found a lot of other people are saying in here to be true. My arms were just as big, if not bigger, while just doing compound movements. I spent a lot of time doing curls. Well, Casey, and it's a standard line I use in here in the live streams. When I say, hey, man, no, let's move on, and people keep pushing. How is that different in your mindset? Like, if you don't understand what a no means from someone, then I think it's fairly universal to your personality, right? Seems like an intrinsic personality trait at that point. I would just assume that the way that you behave in here is how you behave in real life. Well, it's an intrinsic personality trait, though. No means no. All right. Okay. Yeah, Kaysian, pretty much. That's very, very indicative. Cadence and Instagramming. It's like the old saying, I don't have to blow your dad to know he has a beautiful. Oh, man. He is a submission grappler, right? There we go. Have you thought about getting a chest press machine? No. I know expensive as that, but it seems easier on the shoulders. No, it's not. You know what's easy on the shoulders? Bench pressing correctly with a barbell. Hey, Pat, let me say that again. You know what's really easy on the shoulders? Bench pressing correctly with a barbell. My shoulders don't hurt at all doing it. So have you tried benching correctly? You guys already know what I'm weighing. I'm at 210. It'll whoosh down coming up here soon. Now that I didn't add a bunch of fat in, now that I'm adapted to the running. Yeah. The running's going good, guys. I document it every day. So I put up all my run times. You guys see it in the vlogs, right? You see the live streams, and then I put up all the app data. I screenshot the app data and upload it to Facebook and Instagram. What do you think of the old idea that we need a foundation before doing hypertrophy bull splits? Yeah, I think that that's a good idea. I think that old school way worked really great. Even if you choose to go that route, you do need a foundation on strength and big barbell movements, honestly. You'll do a lot better. No, you aren't triggering me. It's just that I told you no, and you're in my house, you know. Not about sensitive, it's about having basic respect. Like if I came into your live stream, you know, or into your grappling, come into your dojo, I'm gonna have a basic degree of respect, right? Because that's your house, man. That's your domain. To be at 10%, I probably got to be under 200 pounds as you do. How long did it take you your toes to heal after breaking them? I don't remember. I broke my toes so many times in my life. Someone needs a 315 squat before doing their first curl. No, I didn't say that. You know what? You probably need a 315 squat before you do a body part split and do 3 different types of curls and then chest flies. Probably be a good idea. Ever barefoot walking waves feels like it really makes you focus smaller. No, I haven't done it that way. I did it with boots. Man, there's data on the weight vest showing they're kind of overrated for calorie burn, though. Unfortunately, it kind of sucks because I have one. I have a really nice one, too. Got all the Rogue ergonomic plates. Oh, well. It is what it is, though. What you going to do? Spencer said, okay, gotcha, thanks, right? Okay, then there you are, Sam, looking like a baby. There you go, throwing insult. So I'm going to put you in the corner. You can come back tomorrow. So I'm going to put you in the corner, dude, and time out. Well, do you fight Eddie Hall for $10 million? $10 million, dude? Yeah, dude, I'll take an ass whooping for $10 million. So basically train for strength for a long time before moving to splits. Yeah, that's what I would advise. And I'm not saying you can't do some curls. Look, if you feel like you need some curls, even doing strong lifts, you want to throw some curls in at the end, I have no problem with that, dude. Make sense? Like if you want to run strong lifts or whatever, or even like my novice 5x5 has some curls in it, but it's a strength-based full body. Right. I think you could beat Eddie Hall, dude. I don't think that I could. Hey, Luke, now I have no illusions about my ability to beat Eddie Hall if I just stop. But, you know, for $10 million, dude, I'll take a butt whipping in a ring for $10 million, dude. Come on. Are you serious? I still suggest ice cream fitness to people. Yep. I mean, and there's curls in my ice cream fitness program. But again, it's a squat, bench, deadlift, row-based program. 3-day-a-week full body. But there's curls in it. Hey, Spencer, I thought you've already been training well. Aren't you a regular? Does Eddie Hall actually fight or train? I know it's obviously way stronger. I think he definitely boxes. I mean, Eddie Hall actually does train boxing. Spencer, I just meant ISOs in general. Gotcha. No, I mean, again, if you feel like you need to do some curls at the end of a full body workout, do some curls, dude. You know, it's all good, but you probably do need to focus on a strength base before you start looking at bodybuilding type splits, which was kind of the question. But like I said, dude, if you want to do some curls, do some curls. Credit to him. Then it's good, unhealthy to be that huge, but I'm glad he is doing something more athletic, right? I mean, he's trimmed down, obviously. Carrying that much size and body weight and the gear and everything involved, not healthy. Not healthy at all. But no, he definitely is doing fighting, boxing training and stuff. He's going to die at 70. Maybe he might not make it. He's that body weight and the probably the gear history, he may not make it to 70, to be fair. That could be pushing it. Keep in mind, Hulk Hogan, early 70s. You got to think about how much gear he had to run to do what he did for Eddie Hall. He had to use a lot of stuff to run the world's strongest man. Like, that's not 500 milligrams of test. We got to be realistic about that. You got to be realistic. Yeah, Hulk Hogan had a lot of other stuff going on. True. Good stuff. You're probably well above average health for your age and for adult, period. And we aren't friends, but I'm proud of you and your resilience. Hey, Luke, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, definitely above average health for my age group, for sure. And I'm trying to keep it that way. That's why we're doing all this cardio. That's why we eat clean. That's why I do the things I do. Right? I'm trying to just be healthier and fitter, well-rounded fitness. And that's the way I've been pushing all my channel and YouTube and Facebook and all that. I'm streaming on both right now. Pushing in that direction. Well-rounded fitness. Let's be healthy. Let's be strong. Let's be muscular. Let's be athletic. But you need good cardio. We need healthy diets. How's your health markers like cholesterol? They're all good. Yeah, they're all in the good range. So that's kind of important to me, LEL is really the one I care about the most with my family history. So cholesterol is a big one for me. Right? I don't need to. I've been taking it. I ran out of I need to open the other bottle. I don't have to take it. I was choosing to for a little bit again, just to maybe see if we might get rid of some old arterial plaque. But I only have like one packet of it left. And there is some data that when your diet is really dialed in at a certain point, statins may reduce some of your atherosclerosis. It's there. What about the cortisol? I mean, we have to watch that. That's why diet and sleep have to be on point, Christian. That's why the carbs have to be really high. Carbs lower cortisol amazingly well. The best calorie source for that. Keep carbs high, keep antioxidants really high. ApoB is important, but particularly because atherosclerosis with my family, heart attack is what is going to kill me eventually. Unless it's something physical accident or whatever. That is what's going to probably get me statistically. So I really do care about atherosclerosis. So LDL-C being the biggest concern, because LDL-C is the most important, single important causative factor that is universally agreed upon by cardiologists. So it's kind of a big deal. No, I haven't done my calcium score. At this point, there's no benefit because I'm not going to change my diet. I can't make the diet really any cleaner. Specific reason, lean red meat, just it costs more. It's not always as budget friendly, so I'm not eating as much of it. But I mean, by that same token, it's also adding extra fat over what chicken adds that I may not need. Even the leaner cuts, it's still going to be extra fat calories. And, the views are coming up a little bit in here. Hit that like button, guys. Do you eat the skin from your sweet potatoes? I do. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? Like, why would you take the skin off of a potato? I mean, unless you're making a mashed potato. No, of course. I mean, feed me. You see the pictures, right? I mean, I put all my meals, like you guys see, my meals go up on social media. The pictures do. So it's right there. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram, right? They're linked under all my videos. I also have Instagram. I put the food up on both. Do you know who Vigorous Steve is? Of course. He's more focused on the hand stuff, but he has an interesting anecdote about vitamin K2 helping potentially reverse. I'm familiar with that hypothesis with anabolics. I don't know that I fully believe it, but my diet's really high in vitamin K in general. Everyone hit that like and ring Coach's bell. Tell them old PA Sam. Hit that like button. Does lifting affect fertility? I mean, anything that improves health may help fertility to some extent. And since lifting is healthy, probably indirectly. All right, guys. I may not run this one the full hour. We went over the last couple days. Plus, I'm going to have to train tomorrow. I'm still a little bit sore from all the running, my hamstring and stuff, so I may not run this much longer. No, there's literally a guy called Dingleberry in here. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm going to buy some Mega Desert Wildlife Experiment with it with the shirts. Yeah, get a lot in your diet. I don't know that mega dosing, there were some studies on it that didn't show benefits, though, to that. 295 times 5 deadlift good at 160 is a good no. For a male or a female? No, for a male, that's not a good strength base yet. It's a start. I mean, but look who you're asking. Like, I don't know. I deadlifted 455 the first time I deadlifted. Just from squatting, I had a 405 squat, and I tried to deadlift for the first time, and I got 455. So you're just getting started, so why would you be good? So a noob is never going to be good unless you're a genetic freak. So why would you even ask? I mean, just objectively speaking, if you haven't been lifting 3, 4, 5 years, you're probably not strong. So I feel like that kind of advice is too premature. It's not so ridiculous like biohacking or longevity jump. Yeah, the mega dosing. Yeah, it's hard to say, you know. How strong do I need to be to look jacked? Pretty reasonably strong. Definitely more than 300 for 5 deadlift. All right. I'm going to go ahead and wind these down. Let me wind down the Facebook. Wind that down first. And, yep. So, love you guys. I'll talk to you here tomorrow. Take care, guys.